Psychology shows women do this when they are tired of being just friends and want to sleep with you instead. Most guys stuck in the friend zone do not even see it coming. That moment when everything changes. One day she's your buddy, tagging you in memes, complaining about her boss, laughing at inside jokes. The next, she is giving off signals that feel different. The air between you starts to feel thicker, full of tension, confusing. You tell yourself, "Now, we're just friends." But something in your gut says otherwise. Here's the truth. Women almost never say directly, "I want to sleep with you." Instead, their psychology changes. They start showing it through small hidden mind cues, tiny shifts that tell you she has crossed the line in her mind, even if she has not said a word. In this video, we are breaking down 20 powerful signs that she is done with being just friends and ready to take things to the bedroom. These are not your basic hair flip or she laughed at your joke cliches. These are psychological triggers, behaviors that only appear once she has already imagined it. Watch until the end for the final sign, because it is the most subtle and the most powerful. Miss it and you will stay her safe, loyal friend while another man becomes her lover. Beat. Pause. Music shift to settle tension. Welcome to the Manipulated Mind, where we find the hidden emotional triggers behind attraction, desire, and behavior. I am Stephanie, and today I will show you how to finally see what women do not say out loud. 1. She begins talking about sex, but hides it as normal conversation. At first, she will act like it's nothing. Maybe she tells a wild hookup story she heard from a friend or a random post about relationships on Reddit. But psychology says women do not casually bring up sexual topics with men they only see as safe. She is testing your answer. She wants to see if you are comfortable talking about sex, because that tells her if you would be comfortable having it. Watch her tone and eye contact. If she stays on certain details or smiles nervously while watching your reaction, she is planting a seed. She's creating a safe sexual situation where it is okay to talk about desire without directly admitting she's thinking about you that way. Remember, this is not random curiosity. It is her hidden mind saying, if I can talk about it with him, maybe I can do it with him. 2. She starts comparing you to men she has dated, and you always are the best. This one is sneaky but clear. If she begins casually mentioning her exes or guys she used to date, but every time you somehow sound better, it's not luck. She's changing how she sees you in her mind. Friends do not need to be compared to lovers, but a woman who is starting to want you mixes that line when she says things like, "You are not like most guys I've dated," or "You actually listen, not like my ex." She is, without realizing it, recasting your role from friend to possible lover. Psychologically, she is rewriting the story, and you are no longer her safe zone. You are her missed chance. 3. She becomes more confident with her body, not just flirty, but on purpose. A friend hugs you casually, but when desire enters the situation, everything changes. Suddenly her touch stays longer than before. She leans in closer when you talk. Maybe she starts wearing clothes that highlight her curves around you, not others. It's not vanity, it's aimed psychology. She's now knowing of how she looks through your eyes. And every move, the way she fixes her hair, crosses her legs, or leans forward, becomes a silent test. She is saying, "Notice me, but do not call it out." Her body language becomes a tool of attraction, soft, on purpose, and dangerous. If you have seen any of these first 3 signs already, do not think it is coincidence. This is where the friend zone quietly breaks open, because from here on, her behavior is not friendly anymore. It's natural. It's desire trying to hide behind comfort. Remember to watch all parts of this video to get every insight. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
4. She makes chances for private overnights. When she is in friend mode, she will head home after dinner without a second thought. But once attraction turns on, her excuses start sounding a little too easy. "Oh, it is too late to get an Uber. Mind if I crash here?" Or, "You can just stay at mine. It is closer." She will make it seem innocent, even reasonable. But psychology says these unplanned overnights are planned moments. She is testing if being in your place overnight feels natural or full of feeling, because deep down, she has already imagined what might happen if you said yes. The important detail, she always picks the setup that feels private, safe, and close enough for something to happen if you let it. It is not about ease. It is about allowing, disguised as practical plans. 5. she uses humor to make unclear the line between friend and lover. Women who are testing the sex boundary often hide behind laughter. It is a powerful mind shield. So she will start making jokes about what it would be like if you two ever hooked up, or how you would be trouble if she liked you. Then she laughs, acts like she is just teasing. But the joke is not really a joke. It is a test, a way to show desire without the chance of rejection. And the more she says these jokes, the less she is actually joking. She is building a safe path from playful talk to sexual tension. Look at her way of speaking. If her tone softens, her eyes stay, or she watches your face for a response, she is not being funny. She is being brave, but pretending not to be. 6. She starts saying things about your body in strangely specific ways. There is a huge mind difference between a nice haircut and there is something about your shoulders lately. When she starts seeing details most people miss, like your forearms, the veins on your hands, the sound of your voice late at night, she is no longer seeing you as a buddy. She is picturing you as a man. These comments are her way of, in her mind, undressing you piece by piece before anything real ever happens. Each thing she says is a tiny act of intimacy. She is finding out what it feels like to desire you without admitting it out loud. You will notice her eyes moving just a second too long. Her smile gets gentle when she says it, and her mood shifts from playful to quietly full of feeling. That is her attraction coming out. 7. She becomes interested about your sex life but hides it as worry. She will say things like, "So, are you seeing anyone right now?" Or, "Do you ever date your friends?" She will say it's just conversation, but her questions are too specific to be by chance. In her mind, she is making a map of the competition, trying to understand who she is up against and what kind of women attract you. She is looking for emotional safety to see if her desire is safe to show. If you notice, she asks these questions late at night, over text, or after in deep talk. She is not just asking, she is emotionally opening the door because in her mind, if you are single, the go signal just turned on. 8. She plans accidental intimacy. This is where her plan becomes subtle, but on purpose. She will set up situations where closeness seems natural, like watching a movie together on her bed, sharing headphones, or teaching you a dance move that easily requires touching your waist. Every time you get close, she acts like it's no big deal. But psychology says these moments are planned. She is getting both your bodies used to physical closeness, to make normal the kind of nearness that makes intimacy feel certain to happen. Later, you will notice her actions are calm, controlled, but her breathing changes. Her voice gets quiet. Her laughter goes away into silence that feels more serious than before. That is not an accident. That is her hidden mind rehearsing what comes next. So far, everything might still look innocent from the outside, but in her mind, the friendship has already moved into emotional danger. Because once she starts planning intimacy into your time together, the friend zone is not just cracking, it's falling apart. Watch every part of this video to understand all the signs. Please subscribe, like, and share this video.
9. Her hugs all at once change in feel. A friend's hug is quick, normal, safe. But when she starts wanting you, that same hug feels different. She stays. Her body presses into yours just a little too long. You feel her breathing slow, then sync with yours. Her arms tighten around you like she is trying to remember the shape of your body. Sometimes when you pull away, her hands slide off you slower than before, almost not wanting to. That moment, that is where the line gets fuzzy. It is no longer just a hug. It is her physical way of saying, "I am not hugging my friend anymore. I am holding a man I am drawn to." Psychology calls this body-anchored affection, when attraction becomes body memory before words catch up. 10. She starts testing your reaction to sexual touch. Women rarely jump from 0 to intimacy. They test, little by little, subtly. Maybe she rests her hand on your thigh during a car ride. Maybe she brushes a crumb off your chest slowly and smiles like it is nothing. She is reading your body language like a machine. Do you freeze? Do you lean in? Do you do the same back? If you do not pull away, or better, if you hold the moment with calm confidence, you have just passed the test. Because for her, this is not by chance touch. It is a psychological test. She wants to know if desire is shared without ever saying the words. If you jump or act overly eager, she will move back. But if you stay composed, grounded, unshaken, she will take that as permission to move closer next time. 11. She brings up what-if stories about you two. It always starts playful. What if we pretended to be a couple for a weekend? Or imagine if we accidentally hooked up one night. That would be so awkward, right? But here's the truth. These are not jokes. They are practice runs in her mind. Each what if lets her safely explore the idea of you as a sexual partner without admitting that she already has. She is imagining it, the closeness, the what happens after, the chemistry, and checking your tone. If you laugh too hard, she will retreat. If you smile and say, "That would be dangerous," she will feel the spark start. These made-up scenarios are mental rehearsals for real intimacy. 12. She manages the lighting and environment when you hang out. This is one of the most not noticed enough signals. When she is interested, she naturally shapes the environment to build tension. All of a sudden, she prefers dimly lit bars instead of bright cafes. Or she invites you to her place, but it is her bedroom, not the living room. Maybe she lights a candle or turns on a slow playlist as if by mistake. These are not lucky chances. Psychologically, she is creating what experts call a sexualized context, a space where vulnerability, comfort, and intimacy mix. She is not pushing you physically, she is pulling you with the feeling of a place. So if you find the mood suddenly softer, quieter, more private, it is planned. 13. She gets like she's in a contest with other women around you. A woman who is purely your friend might tease you about dating, but a woman who wants you cannot help but try to win. Maybe she playfully says bad things about another woman's outfit. Maybe she becomes more touchy with you when someone else joins the conversation. Or maybe her tone gets sharper when you mention a girl you are texting. This is not friendship jealousy, it is territorial psychology. Even if she has not admitted it to herself, her body already has. Her natural feelings say, "He is mine," even if he does not know it yet. And that small change in how she acts, the way her voice tightens or her eyes follow you, is pure raw attraction leaking through control. At this stage, the friend zone is not cracking, it is disappearing. Because once a woman starts handling your space, your touch, and your competition, she is not your buddy anymore. She is your almost lover pretending to be your friend. Stay until the end of the video to learn every sign. Subscribe, like, and share for more insights.
14. She starts talking about fantasies and you are in them. It might begin a safe late-night conversation. She says she read about some wild fantasies couples have, or asks, "What is the weirdest thing you have ever thought about?" At first, it sounds by chance, but psychology says fantasies are never shared by mistake. When a woman opens that door, she's showing extreme trust and curiosity. Notice how the tone changes. Her voice drops slightly. She stays away from direct eye contact but keeps glancing back, testing if you will flinch or lean in. And the more she talks, the closer the fantasy gets to sounding like something you two could do. Maybe she describes a situation that somehow matches your personality, your apartment, your habits. That is not coincidence, it is projection. Her mind is building the scene, and you are the main actor she has not admitted she picked yet. 15. She uses innocent sleepwear as a tool. When she is purely friendly, her comfort outfit shouts cozy. Loose t-shirt, baggy sweats, hair in a messy bun. Zero tension. But when attraction takes over, she uses subtlety. Suddenly she is in a tank top, soft shorts, or maybe one of your shirts, saying it is just comfy. That is not comfort. That is psychological setting up. She is letting you see in your mind what is underneath without crossing the line herself. She knows male attraction starts with imagination, so she gives you just enough to think.
And the next time you see her like that, your brain will not put her as friend anymore. It will see the image again and again. 16. She creates private habits only you share. Friends share jokes, lovers share secrets. When she starts building private little rituals, nicknames, shared phrases, things only you two do, she is in her mind separating you from the rest of her world. It is her way of saying, we have our own space. That space becomes emotional land, and emotional land quickly turns intimate. You will notice she brings those rituals up when others are around, just to remind you that what you share is only for you too. It is subtle ownership, the mind's first form of intimacy before the body follows. 17. She brings alcohol into your time together with a plan. She knows exactly what she is doing when she says, let us open a bottle of wine while we talk, or brings cocktails for a movie night. It is almost never about the drink. It is about allowing. Alcohol lowers your guard and creates a good excuse. If things get physical, she can tell herself it just happened, but watch her closely. The first drink is calm, the laughter easy. Then her way of sitting relaxes. She leans in closer when you speak. Touches feel natural. That is her hidden mind taking over the act. And when she looks at you longer than the silence should allow, that is not being drunk, that is plan. By this point, everything between you is operating under the surface. Every word, every look, every setting is planned tension. She is not your buddy anymore. She is a woman building the perfect reason to let her attraction feel like an accident. 18. She makes physical closeness seem practical. This is one of the most risky forms of hidden desire. She will make it sound sensible, even innocent. It is freezing, let us share the blanket, or there is no space, just sit here. Every word sounds practical, but her body language tells another story. In her mind, she is using real situation justification. By covering intimacy in a good reason, she can cross boundaries without feeling bad. You will notice she never hurries these moments. She lets the closeness stay long enough for your heart to race, but short enough to stay like an accident. In her mind, she is whispering, let us pretend this just happened. But deep down, it did not just happen, it was planned. 19. She thinks of future events that expect intimacy. Listen closely when she talks about next time. If she starts suggesting road trips, cabins, or weekends away with just the two of you, she is not imagining a friendship anymore. She will say, we should totally rent a cabin and relax for a few days. Or, let us do a road trip and share a hotel room. It will be fun. It sounds normal, but psychologically, it's showing what could come. She is testing how you react to situations where privacy and possibility exist. In her head, she is already planning what that weekend would look like. The conversations, the silence, the moment when friendship falls away into something deeper. If you agree without waiting, it tells her one thing. You are ready for the line to blur too. 20. Her feeling shifts from playful to full of tension in quiet moments. This is the final clear signal, and it's the hardest to fake. There will be a moment, a pause, where the laughter stops and silence fills the air. You will look at her and everything feels different. The tension is strong. Time slows down. Your heartbeat feels louder than your words. She is not saying anything because she doesn't need to. That is her body giving permission her mind will not speak. That is the moment when she is silently saying, if you make a move now, I will not stop you. If you get it wrong or hesitate too long, that feeling disappears. And once it's gone, it's gone. But if you see it, if you feel it, that's when friendship truly ends and desire takes over. When it comes to attraction, words lie, but feeling never does. Most men miss these changes because they're looking for proof instead of connection. Psychology teaches us this truth. A woman's desire does not shout itself. It leaks out in patterns. Very small, deliberate changes in how she touches you, looks at you, and creates space for you. When you can read those patterns, you stop wondering and start taking the lead. If this video opened your eyes, write a comment below and tell me which of these signs have you seen before, and did you see them at the time? Don't forget to hit subscribe for more daily lessons into attraction, dominance, and the quiet mind games behind human behavior. This is Stephanie, and you are watching The Manipulated Mind, where we do not chase desire, we understand it.
You've seen all the signs. Make sure you understand them all by watching the full video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with someone who needs to see it.